Hey guys, it's Scott here. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Tennessee versus Florida game. This coming Saturday, it's going to be on CBS at 2:30. Tennessee's 3-0. The Florida Gators are 2-1. Matchup predictor as Tennessee 87.4% favorite. The point spread is only 8.5 points for the game. And this is a story of two teams that are trending in completely different directions right now. Tennessee is kind of on the up and up. They've looked really good through the first three games of the year. In their first game, they beat Ball State 59-10. Then they went to Pittsburgh, won 34-27 in overtime. Kind of struggled just a touch, but still to get a good win against number 17 Pittsburgh on the road was, good for the program. Probably gave the players some confidence. And in Akron, they just, exploded, won 63-6. And this is a team that doesn't have no issues moving the football down the field. Their offense is, very good. They've thrown 9 touchdowns, no interceptions combined. Hendon Hooker almost 70% completion, 6 touchdowns, no picks. So he's been very good. Jalen Wright really good, running the ball, and Tennessee's just they got a loaded offense. They got two receivers with almost 250 yards roughly apiece. Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman. So this team's gonna move the ball fast. They like to have an up tempo offense, and they're just gonna put as many points as they can. Josh Heupel has been very good since he took over Tennessee. He's got a lot of returning players this year, and this will be the second year, in that system. So, I think a lot of the players are showing that, even more progress from last year when the offense, was one of the top offenses in the country. So I think the Gators going to be up against it trying to stop them. And, the Gators, they're kind of, been a struggle, for touchdowns for Anthony Richardson. He's thrown no touchdowns to 4 picks. He is capable of moving the ball on the ground. He's a very good dual threat quarterback. Has 134 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. But they got to be able to move the ball through the air, I think, to have a chance against Tennessee. And I don't know if they can afford to get into a shootout with Tennessee's offense. The game's going to be in Tennessee. Tennessee's ranked number 11. They're going to be ready to turn out and be it's going to be a very challenging environment. And the Gators, their first 3 games was all in the swamp. So this will be the first time where they get to go on the road. You can see Utah at home, Kentucky at home, South Florida at home. One kind of saving grace you want to look at, like silver lining, would be that Utah was number 7, Kentucky was number 20 at the time, so they have played some tough teams. They haven't had the easiest schedule to start out the year, but against South Florida, they were favored by 24.5, and you can make a case that South Florida's kicker would have been better, and they didn't have that bad snap towards the last drive of the game that Florida could have easily lost this game, been 1-2, and probably not even ranked in the top 25. And now they go on the road, and I think they're really going to struggle in this game. I really do. They need to, they're going to have to move the ball through the air, something they haven't done. It looked a lot better in the first game than the last two, but it's like Richardson is just kind of seeing ghosts out. He just made some throws that are, kind of very questionable to me, and I don't think he's going to change that this Saturday being on the road. And they got Montrell Johnson at running back. He's been very good. He came over, with Billy Napier from the transfer portal, and he may not be his most talent wise, the most talented as some of these other ones, but he's got the experience in the system, and it shows that he's understands the offense. He's got really good vision, and he's been getting the job and averaging almost 10 yards a carry. And their receiver game, they really got to step that up. They got Justin Shorter, only 6 catches, 84 yards through the first 3 games, and Ricky Pearsall, 7 catches, 120 yards. They're gonna have to start turning around some of this production, but that's going to take time. Even Billy Napier's kind of admitted this was a, kind of a rebuilding year where, they're not going to come out, in the first year and be perfect. And the defense, they got some good pieces on the defense led by Trey Dean. Ventrell Miller sat out last week, a very, piece that the defense couldn't afford to miss. And if he'll be back, it'll certainly, help be a step in the right direction for the defense. But I really think Tennessee game, from a bet standpoint, I'd be tempted to take Tennessee to cover that, 8.5 point spread, as I won't be surprised to see it move to more towards maybe 9.5, 10 points by game time. I just think Tennessee at home, the fans there are going to be riled up. Another top 25 team in town. They're going to come out and they're going to do some damage on this game. And I'd expect something, I'm going to make a bold prediction. Say Tennessee wins like 49-14, or, I think they're going to just embarrass Florida out of the stadium. And that's going to be my prediction for the game, guys. Thanks for watching. Plenty